Good morning, children. Welcome to the science class. In today's class, we are going to start the chapter 4 Heat. In the chapter 3, we have learned that woolen cloths are made from animal fibers, right? And cotton cloths are made from plant fibers. We wear woolen cloths during the winter time when it is cold outside. And woolen cloths keep us warm. And we prefer to wear light colored cotton cloths when it is hot. In the winter season, we wear light colored cotton cloths. These give us the feeling of coolness. Why particular types of clothes are suitable for a particular season? In winter, we feel cold inside the house. If we come out, we will feel warm, right? But in summer season, we feel hot even inside the house also. How do we know whether an object is hot or cold? And how do we find out the hotness or coldness of an object? In our daily life, we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold, right? And tea is hot, ice cream is cold, and the fruits are cold, sun is hot. Like that, we can classify the object into cold and hot, right? And list some objects we use commonly and mark these objects as hot or cold. Ice cream is cold, right? Spoon in a teacup is warm and hot. And fruit juice is cold or cool. And handle of a frying pan is hot, right? We see that some objects are cold while some are hot. Some objects are hotter than other objects and some are colder than other objects. How do we decide which object is hotter than other objects? We often do it by touching the object. By knowing the coldness or hotness, we generally touch the object, right? But that is not a reliable one. How can we find out the heatness or coldness of an object? Let us take three small containers and label them A, B, C. Okay. Put cold water in container A and hot water in container B. And mixed some hot and cold water and take that in container C. Okay. Now dip your left hand in the container A and dip your right hand in the container B and keep this in 2 to 3 minutes. Then put both hand in the container C. Do both the hands get the same feeling? This confusion shows that we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide whether an object is hot or cold. Sometimes it may confuse us. Then how do we find out how hot an object is really? To know this, we use the measurement temperature. To know the hotness or coldness of the object, we use the measurement temperature. The reliable measure of a hotness is called as temperature. The temperature is measured by the device which is called as thermometer. The temperature of an object is measured by the device thermometer. Have you seen a thermometer? When you or someone else in your family had fever, you go to meet the doctor, right? There, the nurse measure the temperature using the thermometer. The thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer. Hold the thermometer in your hand and examine it carefully. If you have a if you have a thermometer, hold the thermometer in your hand and examine it carefully. A clinical thermometer looks like this. A clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at the end. It is the narrow and long clinical thermometer. It has a bulb at its one end. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. Outside this bulb, we can see a small thread of mercury. This red colored part is mercury. If you do not see the mercury thread, rotate the thermometer a bit till you see it. You will also find a scale on the thermometer, like 30, 31, 32. This is the scale on the thermometer. The scale we uses Celsius scale. It is indicated by degree C. It is indicated as degree C. A clinical thermometer reads the temperature from 35 degree to 42 degree Celsius. Let us learn how to read a thermometer. First, note the thermometer temperature. First, note the temperature difference indicated between the two bigger marks. In this, the 8 and 10 are the two bigger marks. Also, note down the number of divisions between these marks. There is 10 marks are there. The value is shown in the fourth mark, right? Suppose the bigger marks read 1 degree and there are 5 divisions between them. Then one small division can read 1 by 5, that is 0.2 degrees Celsius. So in this, that is 8 point, that is in the 37 degree Celsius, right? And wash the thermometer preferably with an antiseptic solution. Hold it firmly to get it a few jerks. The jerks will bring the level of mercury down. Ensure that it falls below 35 degrees Celsius. Now place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take the thermometer out and note the reading. This is your body temperature. The temperature should always be stated with its unit degree Celsius. Okay. What did you record as your body temperature? The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, that is 98.6 Fahrenheit. In hospitals, they declare the value in Fahrenheit scale, that is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit or 100 degree or 101 degrees Fahrenheit. This is also a unit of temperature. The Fahrenheit also the unit of temperature. Is the body temperature of every person 37 degrees Celsius? No, the temperature of every person may not be 37 degrees Celsius. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower than 37 degrees Celsius. Actually, what we call normal temperature is the average body temperature of a large number of healthy persons. They find the temperature of the so many persons who have healthy body temperature and find out the average of that is 37 degrees Celsius. The clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of human body only. The temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees Celsius or above 42 degrees Celsius. That is the reason the thermometer has the range 35 degree Celsius to 42 degree Celsius. Okay. And how do we measure the temperature of other objects? For this purpose, there are other thermometer. One such thermometer is known as the laboratory thermometer. Look at it carefully and note the highest and lowest temperature it can be measured. The range of the laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 degree Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. Also, as you did in the case of the clinical thermometer, find out how much a small divisions on this thermometer reads. You would need this information to read the thermometer correctly. Let us now learn how this thermometer is used. Take some tap water in a beaker or a mug. Dip the thermometer in water so that the bulb is immersed in water but does not touch the bottom or the sides of the container, and hold the thermometer vertically like this. Observe the movement of mercury in the thermometer. Wait till the mercury thread becomes steady. Note that reading. This is the temperature of water at that time. Okay. Like the clinical thermometer, we can read the temperature in this laboratory thermometer also. If we hold the thermometer in the vertical way, it shows the value. The mercury shows the values. And compare the temperature of water recorded by each time. Are there any variation in the readings? Let us try to answer the question. Take some hot water in a beaker or a mug. Dip the thermometer in water. Wait till the mercury thread becomes steady and note the temperature. Now take out the thermometer from water. Observe carefully what happens now. Do you notice that as soon as you take the thermometer out of water, the level of mercury begins to fall? If we take the thermometer out of the water, the level of mercury begins fall. If we dip the thermometer in the water, the mercury level is increased. This means that the temperature must be read while the thermometer is in the water. You may recall that while taking your own temperature using the clinical thermometer, you have to take the thermometer out of your mouth to note the reading. Can you then use the laboratory thermometer to measure your body temperature? That is not possible. It is not convenient to use the laboratory thermometer to measure your body temperature. Why does the mercury not fall or rise in a clinical thermometer when taken out of the mouth? Observe a clinical thermometer. This is the clinical thermometer. Observe this. Do you see a kink near the bulb? This is the kink. This is used to prevent the mercury level from falling on its own. It prevents the mercury level to fall down. So when we take the thermometer out of our mouth, it not easily fall down. Okay, so that we can read the value in the outside of the mouth. Okay, but in the laboratory thermometer, the kick is not present. So when we take the thermometer out of the water, the mercury will fall down. Okay. Yes, today we have discussed about the thermometers and measuring temperature, clinical thermometer and thermometer, and how they works, right? I hope you all understand this. Thank you, children.